Uh, you ever been to a hike? Like a real hike? A long walk. That's the usual usage or definition for the word hike. I'm sure you've heard crazy or not so crazy stories about hikes. Some safe and traditional, some absolutely crazy. But I know what you like. Transformative, venturing into the unknown hikes. For a lot of us, it's easy to get claustrophobic in the same environment, but that's only if you want better, if you want a different environment. I mean, especially if you're working. If you're working right now, you're probably doing a 9 to 5. Like, seriously, I'm not even joking. You don't want to stay there forever. You're probably doing it to get somewhere else, and that's totally fine. Some people just want to do the safe traditional route and stay in that. That's okay too. But at what point are you going to ask for change? That's what I'm saying. I'm recommending here and there to go into that path you don't know. Because either way, you're setting yourself up for an experience from the world. And whether you go into this known or unknown path, you're getting an experience. And if you haven't realized, I'm not talking about walking through a state park or taking a hike on a Grand Canyon, although that would be pretty cool. I'm talking about what your decisions are in life, like the length that you go to for different opportunities. When I say that, I'm emphasizing that you could be inviting growth when you do take those leap of faiths, and sometimes you just have to entrust the person holding your hand or the life that's holding your hand. And sure, you're letting expectations go, you're letting your predetermined actions go, and if you tell me that's too scary, you're probably right. But if you tell me I might come out with something that's absolutely extraordinary that I can take with me and take with my character, and enough time and effort, I'll open up that barrier. You don't find people getting better at video games training with the habits that they started with. You pick up on new techniques and basics, fundamentals, and you trade out the skills with the past, with the new slate. Then you train with those to see what works best in your performance. And this is a metaphor. You'll just never know what it has to offer until you open up to the opportunity. What I want you to focus on is when I said, quote unquote, trade out the past. These new experiences that you might want to leap for, it may be a loss, it may be a win, but there's always something you could take from those experiences. Don't take the entire experience with you. A lot of the times you make the mistake, or I make the mistake to experience something, a situation, rejection, failure, and I end up being like, okay, everything comes with me. I'm gonna keep that right here and never forget it. Never forget. At some point, you start dissecting things that out of control, things you could have done better. Then you take those small things with you, and that's a different case. I never thought I'd say this, but sometimes you just have to give yourself the plot. You have to treat yourself like the main character, because not to an egotistical point, but you have to treat yourself as a main character to show that you're not going to be doing this repetitive stuff. Like, you're going to go through changes, you're going to get better through those mistakes and failures, and that's what I want you to take from this. You don't see the main character always being the static and same person throughout the entire show. You don't have the same transformative story that they have by doing the same cases at the same effort that you've always been doing them at. But in the end, it's not what you feel in the fear anymore. It's what you can take from it. Thank you all for watching that last video. It was great to see people commenting and telling me that I did a pretty well job at explaining what I'm pretty familiar with. And if I want you to take away anything from this video, it's the hikes that you don't take could be the ones that change your life. Thank you for watching.